Hi, and thanks for joining me. Halloween is a full month away, but in our house we're already reading Halloween stories. And one of our favorite books this year is by Natasha Wing. It's called The Night Before Halloween. If you're not familiar with Natasha Wing, she has a whole series called The Night Before. And of course, all of these verses are based on the ever-popular verse, The Night Before Christmas. So she uses this template and she cleverly highlights different holidays and different events. So we have the night before Halloween, the night before first grade, and the night before the Tooth Fairy. There, of course, are others you'll find online. So whether you're in a library or in a bookstore and you have children who are preschool, kindergarten, first grade age, I would recommend the series. I now have a first grader and a third grader, and my 6-year-old who's in first grade can read these books to me. I read with her or she'll read to me, and when I read aloud, even my 8-year-old who's in third grade likes to listen along, so it has appeal for even older children. There are different illustrators for the different books, but the style is roughly the same. What I like, there's a lot of things I like. I think she's very clever. She has this template, and of course it kind of limits her, but she really explores the possibilities, and she plays with the original wording, the original imagery. So instead of visions of sugar plums dancing in one's head, in the Tooth Fairy book, she has visions of Tooth Fairy land. And when we say in the original verse, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, well, it takes on a whole new meaning when we talk about Halloween and say all the creatures were stirring. Okay? So she's very clever in that respect. I also like that there is not one child that is the primary character throughout the series. So there is appeal for boys and girls because, the Tooth Fairy, it's a boy who's the highlight. In this book, The Night Before First Grade, it's the girl who is the primary character and her friends. So there's a lot to be liked for the series. She's very clever, very well done. And I think the verse, because it's so familiar in its pattern and with the imagery, makes it all the more enjoyable for the children when you're reading these different books. And I love how they are tied to holidays and to special events. I've seen that she has other titles like about summer vacation and Easter. So I would definitely recommend exploring the series if you're in a library, in a bookstore. Regardless, it's a nice set of books to read with your children. So for all the reasons I've mentioned, thumbs up for Natasha Wing's The Night Before series.